All right, here we go. Good morning, everybody. Thanks for joining us this morning for a virtual community. We have Tammy Myers from Compassion Furniture Bank on this morning, and I know a lot of you guys have probably used their services. She's going to go over what they do, why they do what they do, and she has her screen shared. So I'm going to turn it over to Tammy to go ahead and, oh, yeah, go ahead.
Well, good morning. Thank you, Rachel. Thank you guys for this opportunity to be here today. Very excited to talk about Compassion Furniture Bank. My name is Tammy Myers, and I'm one of the co-founders of Compassion Furniture Bank. And for those of you who do not know, we are a nonprofit organization, a 501c3, and what we do is we collect gently used furniture from individuals and businesses in the community, and then we provide that furniture to families in need, families that are unable to furnish their homes due to poverty or other severe life challenges. So I thought before I'd get started, I'd share a little bit about the objectives of what I wanted to talk about today or share with you. I know a lot of people already know about our organization, but I wanted to let folks know who we are and a little bit of history of Compassion Furniture Bank and touch a little bit on who we are not. And I wanted to explain how our clients obtain the furniture, what our population looks like that we serve, and where we get all the furniture that we give away, and how we're funded and staffed. And most importantly, I wanted to touch on how you can get involved. So here's a picture of the outside of our building if you haven't seen us. We are located out on US Highway 22 East. We are in between Amanda and Stoutsville, or Amanda and Circleville in Stoutsville. So we are about 15 to 20 minutes outside of Lancaster, and we sit right on the Pickaway Fairfield County line. Here is a picture of our box truck if you see us out and about in town. And so we often get questions about how does Compassion Furniture Bank work? What we do is we collect gently used furniture from businesses and individuals throughout Fairfield and Pickaway counties, and then we store it here in this warehouse. Our volunteers go through all the furniture, clean it, and inspect it for any infestations. And then clients come out to the warehouse and they do what we call shopping. They pick out what furniture items they would like for their home, and then they take that with them. So this is a picture of what our warehouse looks like, a few pictures there. Just a quick overview of our history of Compassion Furniture Bank. How we got started. My husband and I founded Compassion Furniture Bank in 2018 after God placed the burden on our hearts to do this. We had been working with our church to serve beds to families, and we were going into homes and realizing that these families didn't have anything. They were living in empty houses. So we felt that we needed to help with more than just a bed. Our goal with Compassion Furniture Bank is to not only provide families with beds and furniture, but we also want to share the love of Jesus with them and share God's blessings with them. So it's more of a ministry for us than it is a business or a nonprofit organization. So I wanted to touch base real quickly on who we are not. It's been kind of confusing lately because our logo is a heart, and there is a new thrift store in town that also has a heart as a logo. So I just wanted to touch base on that. There's a thrift store now on Memorial Drive called Furniture with a Heart Thrift Store, and we are not actually affiliated with them. They are a part of the Furniture Bank of Central Ohio. And what they do is they also collect gently used furniture from the community, but they take the nice furniture and they sell it in their thrift store. They have a thrift store just opening here in Lancaster, as well as a thrift store in up in Columbus and Dublin area. And they sell that furniture to cover their operating costs. They are staffed by employees, and they do work with agencies. They're starting to work with agencies throughout Lancaster to service clients here in Lancaster. The difference, though, between us and them is we are Christian-based. We promise to never sell the really nice furniture. We feel that clients deserve the nice stuff just as well as the not so new furniture. And we also guarantee that our furniture items are going to stay right here in Fairfield and Pickaway counties. And then we are staffed strictly by volunteers. And we do not require any kind of agency contract at all. We've also been asked, how do clients obtain furniture? As most of you already know, we do require that our clients be on some form of public assistance, or at least qualify for public assistance, maybe be in the process of applying, or they have to be living among the poverty level. And then we require a referral form, and the referral form is mainly for our records. But we do require the referral form to be completed by one of our partnering agencies. And then once that's been completed, the agency sends that to us. We have the client give us a call, and then the client is able to come out to the warehouse and pick out which furniture items they need. We do restrict the clients to 5 pieces of furniture per household. We count our items a little bit differently than some of the other furniture banks. A lot of furniture banks count like a mattress, box spring, and frame as 3 pieces. We consider that all 1 piece, and a kitchen table, 4 chairs is considered 1 piece. So 5 pieces for us is actually more like 15 pieces for another agency or another furniture bank. One thing for us is we do only serve the clients once, and they have to be living within the Fairfield County line. A little bit about the demographics of our clients. We served 308 families last year in 2019, and so far in 2020, we've served over 190 families. A lot of our families were previously homeless. We also did see a large number of single parent households. A lot of those single parent families were from domestic violence shelters, either in Lancaster or in Pickaway County. We did serve quite a few clients who were coming out of incarceration or overcoming a drug addiction and drug rehab. A few pictures of some of our clients. Like I said, a lot of our clients are single moms who are struggling to make it. As you can imagine, it's really hard to furnish your home when you're living on just 1 income. And then we also serve a lot of veterans. The veterans are really dear to our hearts. A lot of the veterans are coming out of Lutheran Social Services. What happens frequently is Lutheran helps them get an apartment or a house of their own. And then we come in behind Lutheran. They invite us to come in and provide furniture for these veterans. So that's always exciting. And then of course we serve a lot of children. We provide a lot of beds for kiddos, which is always exciting. These kids are oftentimes working with Child Protective Services. So we see that quite a bit. We get asked, where does our furniture come from? We are very grateful to receive furniture from a lot of the local businesses here in Lancaster, as well as some of the hotels, churches, and the families. There's a lot of families that are so generous in our county. It's just amazing how much people will give. We also partner with Big Sandy and Kokonas in Fairfield County. What they do is if a customer is coming in and buying furniture, they'll often tell them about our services and let them know that we'll come in and haul away their old stuff. So that's always a great win for both the store and for us. All the donor has to do is call us. We're very willing to come out and pick up. We do most of our pickups in the evenings and on weekends. And then donors are also very welcome to drop things off in front of our building. Whenever things are dropped off, we immediately put that inside the building as soon as we see it there. And the building has a covered canopy out front, so things stay nice and dry. Any questions so far? I know I'm going kind of fast, but does anybody have any questions about anything so far? No? Okay. People ask, how are we funded as a nonprofit organization? Most of our support comes from individual donors. We have a lot of generous supporters in the community, individuals and couples that believe in our mission. And then also churches and businesses in town have supported us. We have received grants from a lot of wonderful organizations. We most recently received a grant from Fairfield County Community Foundation, as well as South Central Power gave us a grant. And then we also received a nice grant from the X Church, which is located there at the River Valley Mall. In regards to staffing, we do not have any current paid staff members. We operate completely off of volunteers. We're proud to say our volunteers served 2,600 hours last year, and we've put in over 1,200 hours so far this year. We were closed for approximately 6 weeks due to COVID, but we are up and running full force now. As a nonprofit organization that's ran by volunteers, we are always in need of help. One way that people can help us is through donations. We obviously can't serve our clients without the donations of the wonderful furniture. We are happy to pick up furniture items. We'll do that throughout the county. We do always ask for a $20 donation at the time of pickup, but again, that is optional. And then we're always in need of monetary donations, and that just helps cover our fuel costs and lighting and insurance and those sorts of fees. Because we are an all-volunteer organization, all of that money that's donated to us goes directly to helping the families, either in purchasing, supplementing our donations by buying more beds, or by helping cover the operating costs. And being a nonprofit organization, all of our donations are tax deductible. Being volunteer-based, we're always looking for new volunteers. We need volunteers to help us shop, help the clients come out and shop. That's always fun to help the moms and dads come out and pick out their items and help them match which couch goes with which love seat, and pick out things that go together. It's really exciting that way. We also need help to clean the inventory, and to also go out into the community and to pick up the donations and to help deliver the items. And that's fun as well, because then we go out and we get to see the clients in their homes and help set things up, and just see the joy on their faces when they get to see that new furniture in their homes. It is so rewarding to have the little children come up and hug you and love on you and get really excited and overjoyed about their new bed, or see that family member, jump up and down on that couch. It's a lot of fun. So always looking for volunteers. So that is all I have. Thank you so much, guys. Does anyone have any questions about anything?
I had a quick question, Tammy. When you said you guys were working with X Church, were you part of the Bed Brigade? I know they were another resource that we use a lot. When people are just in need of beds. Is that where you guys kind of stemmed from, or?
Yeah, actually, our good friends started the Bed Brigade, and working with them, we're helping them to deliver, and we were going out into these homes and realizing that these families needed more than just the bed. We would go in and they were sleeping on piles of clothing and using lawn chairs for, kitchen chairs, or in the living room, using boxes to put their TVs on. So we didn't want to really duplicate what the bed brigade was, but we wanted to supplement what they're doing. So yes, that is how we got started, and we're very supportive of their organization, and we try to work together.
I had a question that I put in the chat box. I had an individual on my caseload that he had an appointment to come to the furniture bank.
Mhm.
He missed the appointment, and now we're trying to get it fixed to where he could go. But then now your agency is saying he already took advantage of the program, that he can't come back, but he never made it. So I don't know who I need to speak with to get that figured out.
Yeah, if he just clarifies, we do have a list of clients that we've received referrals for and that had an appointment. Sometimes if someone didn't make that appointment, they don't fall off that list of people being received. So we probably looked at that appointment list and said, oh, he's had an appointment to come out. But if he truly didn't get the furniture, we're happy to just go ahead and serve them. Now, we are pretty strict though with our no call, no show policy. We'll generally give clients two appointments to come out. If they've missed both of those appointments, we're generally reluctant to give them a third appointment. And the reason for that is because we're all volunteers. We don't get paid. And so when they're missing that appointment, that's a time that another client could have come. And that's volunteers waiting that, they're not getting paid to be there waiting on that client. So we're very appreciative when they call and say, hey, I can't make it. So yeah, just have them give us a call or resend us the referral, and we're happy to help you. Sorry about that.
And then the other question I had was actually in the chat box, is the cost of furniture delivery. Do they have to provide their own truck or a way of obtaining the furniture to get it back home?
Yeah, previously, prior to COVID, we were delivering if clients needed us to. We always welcome them to come out and pick it up. But due to COVID, we are not delivering. Our board has put a hold on that for right now to protect our volunteers. But yes, we're asking that the clients come out with some form of truck or trailer and take the items with them, or come out with their case manager with a truck. So, okay. And that may change in the future. We expect to possibly be able to deliver again once things are safer.
Okay.
Tammy, there was another question in the chat. How do you handle bed bugs? Are the donations checked for bed bugs? I wondered if that was a thing.
That is probably our biggest threat and our biggest worry is bed bugs, because obviously we don't want them personally in our homes, and we would hate to give those to clients, and we would never want the reputation of being an organization that did that. So all of our volunteers are trained to look over everything very thoroughly before it comes into the building. So we're checking it either in the home or as soon as when it's on the truck before it ever comes into the building. And then we have a spray that we use in our building. We spray the items down. And then we also are cleaning for COVID now in the building pretty heavily. But yeah, we have a spray that not only kills the coronavirus, but it kills bugs. So that's a great question. But yeah, that's our biggest worry. And we ask our donors as well as if they have any concerns of any infestations. So, and so far we've never had an incident. So, but we will turn down furniture if we are in any way suspicious.
I don't see, I think that answered that. Does anybody else have any more questions? You can unmute yourself. I don't see any more in the chat.
Okay, and where exactly are you located? Like if I had to have someone provide transportation to get the furniture, where would they have to go to pick that up?
So we are right, if you're coming from Lancaster, we are on 22. You just come straight out Lincoln Avenue, out 22 past Amanda. It feels like you're driving a ways. It's about 15 minutes. We sit just right past the Sunoco station on 22 on the right side. We're about 4 miles before you get to Ohio Christian University. So we're not quite into Circleville. We're right there on the line, the county line. You can see You can see the county line from our building. Actually, the Lancaster Transit comes out here. We've had quite a few clients come out on the transit. That's always an option. Obviously, they can't take the furniture home with them, but if they want to come out and pick out the furniture and then arrange transportation later to come and get it, that's a possibility too. So they can ride the transit, come out, pick it out, and then we'll reserve it for them. We'll hold it for them for up to a week. So they're welcome to do that.
I also went ahead and put your website in the chat, and the address and phone number. So if anybody wants to take a look at that, copy it and keep it. And we also have your information listed on our resource page within our office too, that people can get your information from.
Awesome. Thank you, Rachel.
Anybody else out there have anything else they wanted to add or ask? Nope. Okay. Well, Tammy, thank you so much for being on today. We really appreciate it. And like I said, everyone, if you wondered about the website and the address, that's in the chat. So I wanted to let you guys know next week, October 6th, we're going to have Rotary Club of Lancaster on virtual community. And then on Thursday, October the 8th, we're going to have Jillian Boone from Read for a Cause. So that's what's coming up next week. So I hope everybody will join us for those two. And again, Tammy, thank you so much for being on today. We really appreciate your time. And also, I have a couch, so I'll be calling you too.
Sounds wonderful. Thank you so much, everyone.